Hi, this is Brian Rogal, and we are back again at the 2012 Midwest Energy Solutions Conference, sponsored by MEEA. And I'm here with Ed Thomas. He's with EGIA. And Ed, I first want to just ask you, give people an idea of what EGIA is and who you represent.
Sure, the Electric and Gas Industries Association's a national contractor membership organization. So we work nationwide with residential, small commercial, energy efficiency improvement installation contractors. And we just spoke at this panel here on energy efficiency financing, but we've been working with MEEA on a number of projects, including the Illinois State Appliance Rebate Program, where we helped administer that with MEEA.
And it seems like one of the big barriers to doing energy efficiency is, how well people understand how it works. I mean, how well do you think contractors in general understand energy efficiency and what it takes to get that done?
Contractors understand that nothing happens until somebody buys something. And I think for the longest time, some of the programs thought that if we just create awareness or we do an audit, that we're going to get the energy savings will follow. And it's not necessarily the case. So the issue for the contractor is, okay, you've created this awareness. Now I've got to get to the kitchen table and give them this proposal for $10,000 to do this stuff. And the customer goes, well, I don't have $10,000. So the contractors understand that they've got to have a tool to get the customer to take action, and that creating awareness doesn't pay the bills.
And are contractors right now, do you see a lot of them as worried about how am I going to get paid for doing this type of work?
No. I mean, there's a home improvement industry out there. Furnaces break every day. People wake up and decide they want new windows, and they call a contractor, and the contractor comes out and gives them a bid. And the customer either reaches in their pocket or their bank account, or they put it on their credit card because they want United Miles or Cabela points. But life goes on, and the contractors have financing tools to close the deal if the customer doesn't have the cash. If the customer says they have the cash, loans never come up. And so the contractors have it. Now, they don't necessarily, they think it could be better. And if the utility or the government would pay for that financing program, they'll take that, but they're not sitting around waiting for it.
Well, I was going to ask, do you think that energy efficiency loans, that type of thing, should it be considered separate from just regular home improvement loans or any other type of loans?
It should be, but it's not. I mean, part of that is confusion with homeowners. We're thinking energy efficiency. They're thinking my furnace broke. They don't buy a new furnace till the other one breaks, and then they're going to get whatever the efficiency level is with the furnace that the guy's selling them. So it should be different, but until we make it look like everything else they buy, people aren't necessarily going to embrace it. So selling or buying energy efficiency has to be as easy as buying windows, buying a car. And I guess that's the example. I can go buy a car, I can get a car loan. Everybody knows what a car is. We got the miles per gallon on the car. With homes, we don't have that miles per gallon, and everybody, the windows guy says, put in my windows and cut your bills in half. The furnace guy says, put in my furnace and cut your bills in half. There's a lot of clutter out there, and what we need is for the homeowner to make it, and the more we tell them, the more complicated it is, and the more they do nothing, because they're just confused. So we got to make it simple and help the contractors close the deal at the kitchen table, not just create awareness.
Well, how do you think this is going to, if you were to look a few years ahead, how do you think these energy efficiency improvements are going to be made? I mean, are there things contractors can do to make it more appealing to people, new ways to finance it?
I think, making it simpler. In the commercial space, there are companies that will go into an office building and say, or a factory, we'll change out all of your lights, and we're going to cut your energy bills in half. And all you have to do is give us half of the savings for the next 7 years. You don't have to buy anything, because I know it's going to cut your bills. In the residential side, we don't do that. So there's going to be a contractor that's going to come along and say, I'll give you the furnace. Your bills are going to go down. I just want half of, and you've got a smart meter. Sure. So I'm going to take half of the savings for the next 7 years. And I'll take it if you don't want to take those savings. I'll take them. And at that point, the homeowner's going to go, well, crap, if it's that good of a deal, I'll just buy it. Can I give you cash? Okay. But we've got to make it that simple, and we've got to stand behind those energy savings representations, because there's just, until we do that, it's just business as usual.
Okay, that'll wrap it up with Ed Thomas at the 2012 Midwest Energy Solutions Conference.